Hello, it's Amy with Paper Moon Journals, and I have this really nice Cinderella gift set that I made. It's a huge box. It's a huge hardcover junk journal, this one here, and then also a smaller 40-page companion journal, the Cinderella keychain. You can see in the video that I took here, it was before I added the glittery pink coach to the cover, but I'll insert a picture here of what the cover looks like now. I hope you like the difference because I set the brooch on there and then liked it, so I made it, removed all the brooch stuff and attached it down. But I'll put a picture of that in here for you to look at too. The new cover. The spine and the back haven't changed at all. The only thing that changed was I added that brooch to the cover. If you didn't like the change, I could still remove the brooch. And then here's the gift that comes with this one. I like to include a gift with it. I normally don't show you, but I was so excited about that enameled keychain, pumpkin keychain that I found that I bought to include with this. I didn't want it to be a surprise or a secret. They have to know, I thought. So here's a look at the side. I like looking at that. You can see all the charms peeking out and the pom-poms and lace. As always, if you don't like the pom-pom, just ask. I did have somebody ask, and it's easy. I just tear it right off and then either cut the edge of the page off or glue some other lace to the edge if you don't like the pom-pom. Or if you don't like the lace and pom-pom at all, I could make one that didn't have all the lace and pom-pom that was similar. I got my new charms from AliExpress. I got a whole set of new charms. I shared that on social media. And then my daughter made these with the little wire tool she was testing out and some of her beads. And she left those in my crafting area for me. Isn't that fun? I love that. The main kit that I used for this is a kit by ForeverCuteUS. I've added lace and buttons and trim from the dollar store to decorate a pocket that I had made out of scrapbooking paper. Let's unload this pocket and take a look at a bunch of the stuff in here. I know a lot of the Cinderella ephemera, the vintage book covers and things like this right here are from a kit by Tailor Made Journals that had tons and tons of ephemera in their Cinderella kit. That was beautiful. It had all the different sizes that I love and look for. It was everything that you need. And it's versatile because that love theme I can use with a lot of other things. Doesn't have to only be Cinderella. And then this is from Pixie Dust Files. It's a botanical image. Then let's see, what else do we have? It's either Amity Bloom or Sam Poole. And then the tag I know is Amity Bloom. And then this collage tag is some of my sheet music and collage together with the fussy cut from Miles Beyond the Moon. They're Bluebird Days. They have some dolls, some girls in blue dresses. And then there's a little envelope with some journal cards in there. A little paper doll dress. Cinderella would have had paper dolls, right? They've been around since as long as there's been paper. There's some vintage book covers. I added some more Pixie Dust ephemera. That little house tag was from Amity Bloom. But most of that Cinderella stuff in there. I know there's some journaling cards from Sam Poole she has that have floral edges and lined, or I think they're lined or blank centers. She makes some really nice journaling cards. So these pictures here, I acquired a Disney Golden book to get the images for the Disney images. There wasn't a digital file for that. And then this swan here was from a swan digital kit that I used in here from Pixie Dust Files. Here's a couple collage tags, again using sheet music from my digital kit. I love that kit because it has a variety of shades and different sizes of sheet music, some with words, some without. This pocket I made out of a snippet roll that I did. I made it in 2 pieces. And that's actually on social media as well. I have a lot more frequent shares on there of much shorter projects and videos. I did that when we went camping. I made the snippet stuff, and I used one whole chunk of that, or half of my snippet roll that I made in this project. And I thought I was all done making pockets and filling the pockets, and then I was like, wait, the snippet roll. So that's why it's a bit of a gator mouth, because I did have it it was perfect, but I just couldn't not do it. And then I ended up having to make more ephemera for the companion journal because I used it all up in here, having made so many pockets. This is so full. It's so full. It's 100 pages. I've made 100-page journals before. Excuse me. But because I packed this so full of ephemera with all the different pockets, I was thinking about doing a video on pockets and how to add pockets. And, you know, I was thinking about that while I was making all the pockets for this. And I think it definitely impacted the variety and the large number of pockets in here. But that is my favorite way to use a snippet roll, because then the pockets are a different shape than what you would expect. There's more vintage ephemera reproduced in different sizes here. Old book covers reproduced on the scrapbooking pocket. I like making the pockets out of scrapbook paper from scraps. So that's how my pockets start, is when I'm done, I go over to my scraps left over that are in the same color as the cover. And I go, you know, how many of these look like they would make great pockets? And then make them into pockets or tags. I also was thinking about doing a video on scraps. I have so many video ideas, but then I spend a lot of time making stuff and not filming all those ideas. So if you'd like to see some of those ideas, give me some encouragement, cheer me on, comment in the comments, you know, please, Amy, or does it have to say please, but you know, something polite about, you know, do more tutorials, because I used to only do tutorials. When I first did the channel, I had a couple people complain about it. Boy, you sure love tutorials, don't you? Or, you know, like, but anyways, so this little paper doll is from the 40s. And I'll put the maker of the kit in the description. I've forgotten their name. I used quite a few kits in here, and I don't want to get the name wrong. Oh, actually, I'll pop it up on the screen here. Hold on. Here it is. It's Past Paper Pretties. That's who it is. They have some other paper doll kits. I know I was looking at one that has some paper dolls that I had growing up. I've forgotten their name right now because I'm watching me fuss with that little paper doll hat. There it is. And then she came with like a little paper doll purse and shoes and other things that you can precariously get to attach to her. And then I keep all of those in this envelope that I made as a flip out. The envelope is pixie dust files. This one. And then I know I also made some envelopes from Amity Blooms. These are my favorite printable envelopes for decorative envelopes. And then I did tucks on the front and back. I think I can't remember now. Did we look at the stuff in the front of that? Well, if we didn't, I guess we're not going to. It'll be the surprise of whoever gets it. And then those are new pixie dust file tags, or recent, I should say. She released those, I think, a week or two ago. She's always releasing new stuff, and it goes great with the other stuff she had. And then I just put a simple tag in here and let the pocket be the star of the show. And I added glitter to this image, to the cover, using the Stickles glitter. I add it selectively through here, so it's kind of exciting and makes certain pictures special. This is that ForeverCuteUS papers. Let's see what else. My porch print. Those line pages that I used this time were on my porch print kit that they had. And then this file folder folio, that tag is from Amity Bloom. That's from my sheet music. No, actually, I think that might be Pixie Dust Files. Could be one of my sheet music covers, but I don't think it is. And then I got this botanical file folder folios. It came with a set of 3 folios, and I had 2 of them printed out from some other project where I had, you know, only used the stuff to make 1 of the 3. And so I just used regular paper and traced it out to make that one that didn't come in the kit, and then, you know, filled it up so I could have 3, 1 for each of the 3 signatures in here. And I don't think I mentioned there's 10 charms in here. I buy jewelry grade charms, and I picked all really pretty blue enameled charms, mostly hearts and things that I thought fit the theme. And then yeah, that was a snippet roll pocket there, that vertical pocket. Then there's glitter on both of these pages. I also added fussy cut butterflies. I'm not sure which kit it was from. It was called Butterfly Freebie, whoever I got it from. And it's got like 4 pages. It's a PDF. I love that file because it prints out a lot. I also added buttons. A thank you to my daughter for that. She's the one who always remembers to say, and buttons? Are there buttons in there? You can't have a Cinderella one without buttons. So after it was all, I thought it was all done, I went back and added the buttons. Probably around the time I went back and changed the cover. I also added a velvet. Oh no. I'll maybe put a video at the end, or I'll insert a video of the velvet bookmark. Hold on. I'll pause the video here. We'll insert one that I did for social media that shows the improved cover and then the new velvet bookmark that I made. Hold on. Here's the footage that I shared on social media. So this is the companion journal that I don't ever really share here. But if you go check that out on TikTok, I have a video of that where I shared it. It's very similar to what's in here, except I added positive sentiments throughout. And then instead of the butterfly decoration on the little one, I used flowers, roses and flowers, fussy cut. So it's slightly different. It has a slightly different feel, but it has a lot of the same kinds of ephemera and things that this one has. And then, yeah, there, we'll take another look at it. It has lots of glitter on it. We'll get a quick peek at it, but that's about it. That's all the look we get. And then I made the velvet bookmark and then added the glittery coach that we can see here now afterward. But I'll go ahead and we'll cut back to the regular share. We don't need to watch it in this orientation. I used the scrap here to make a belly band and then added some buttons to the top and then snugged these things inside this pocket. When I leave the envelopes open, it's so that you could use it as a writing space inside of the envelope. It adds another like secret writing spot, or not so much secret as unexpected. A fun little surprise. Especially if this was your journal and you'd filled it, you added more ephemera or things that you had. I like those photographs or sample. And then that's some of those journaling cards that I mentioned with the floral borders. And then that big one was from Pixie Dust Files. Those little manila vintage looking envelopes were also My Porch Print's vintage neutral envelopes is what she calls that. And they come in 2 different sizes. Also print as a PDF. That's one of those Disney photos. I added some glitter to that Disney image and then also to the photo. So those licensed Disney ones I got from buying the Disney Golden Book. I'm not sure if I mentioned that I used the grungy papers from Pixie Dust Files, and then she has some new tattered blue ones that came with matching journal cards, and I used that in here. This is one of 3 file folder folios that come in a kit, although I veered off. I used one of the 3 from this printout and then in a different project. So I just traced one of them. Tip, you know, with your different digitals that you get, you can just trace the different fun things out to use it over and over and make it a different theme. So since I was one short, I just had something else printed on card. I traced it out, lined it inside, folded it in half, and there we went. And here I'm showing you more fun ephemera. There's some stuff from the new Essentials by Pixie Dust Files. I can see I added in here. And then more of that Cinderella, like the faux book covers and things like that. See, I added butterfly embellishments. And that's the snippet roll made in an upper tuck spot. I do that a couple times in here. You might recognize that picture. There's another charm. I put 3 in each one of the 3 signatures for 9 on the inside, and then added the fairy charm to the cover, which I was thinking that's like her fairy godmother. And then the collage tags. I like the collage tags. I was partially tempted to just leave these blank and not add anything to them, but I did, you will have noticed, did add collage, add images to the collage tags. That castle, that colorful castle thing there, that was a separate digital set, and those square photos were a different, separate sample set. There's some more of those nice journaling cards that she has. Some Pixie Dust Files paper that I just folded up and put in the pocket. And that tailor-made journals. her ephemera, that Cinderella ephemera. And the sewing stuff I think is Sampool. That tag was from Amity Bloom. This is a sheet from that file folder folio set that I had left over that I folded up and tucked in there for writing space. And then I love adding envelopes because it just lets me add so much more stuff. And what I did is this one, I inked all of the pages in blue with blue ink. If you look, you'll notice. And then the ephemera I inked with Vintage Photo. And then for the companion journal, I inked all of the pages with the Vintage Photo. And I left the ephemera white, bright white, just for a different feel. I'm not even sure anybody will notice. I was really tempted to ink it, but I liked the idea. When I looked at it, I did think it looked pretty with the bright white back. And this is my favorite, how I decorated this dress. There's other there's other dresses in here that you could decorate if you wanted. I layered up some lace and some sari silk. This pretty little flower. Isn't that pretty? It's my favorite. See, that vintage Cinderella digital stuff is from a different shop. Let me look that up and insert that here. There it is, Fable Journal Etsy shop. So here I made another belly band from a scrap of manila paper. And then I had another scrap of patterned Cinderella junk journal paper. I didn't use very much of that patterned paper in here, but it was fun. It did get used. I think I used more of it in the companion journal. You can see a lot of similar things in the different envelopes and pockets, but I don't usually double up on the same ephemera, so you shouldn't, at most, you shouldn't have more than 2 of the same thing. In case I got excited, overexcited and did accidentally reprint some of the same stuff, I wouldn't do it more than twice. I would catch on, and I have. There was at least one thing in here I noticed was in here a 3rd time, and I was like, no way. I just glued it was one of the pages, and I just glued another page over the top of it so that it wouldn't be too repetitive. And this is a fun project that I want to make a tutorial on here. I have so many ideas for tutorials, and then I just spent all my time making stuff instead of doing tutorials. If you'd like to see a tutorial on how to make that little folio, it fits in any, I just need to do it because it'll fit in any of the scrapbook albums that I make too, because it's like a 4" by 4" size. That was just some Amity Bloom paper that I printed on card and then cut into 2.5" strips because that's what fits into that tab top punch. And then I left a couple of the images as like open pockets without anything in it. And here's some, look at what's in this pocket. Will anything from this pocket fit in that pocket? I wonder, anything else? Oh, and this pocket on the right is made from the Snippet roll again. The Snippet roll stuff I made from Shabby Dabby Doodah. She makes the best stuff for making Snippet rolls. I swear. I can't imagine trying to make a Snippet roll without printing out a bunch of her stuff. She has glue book page stuff and different pages of fussy cuts. Her fussy cut flowers are some of my favorite ones. Let me make some room and scoot this over a little. My desk is kind of crowded. Okay. And then there's another envelope. I like that Cinderella image from a vintage Cinderella book. There's more of those dresses. See, there's 2 of those little dresses in here. So if you had some lace of your own, you could decorate it. You could always use some of the stuff in the pockets to make more pockets and fill the pockets, because that's what journals are all about. We make pockets and fill pockets. Isn't that fun? This makes it sound really simple. It's easy. Give it a try. If you're just thinking about it and you haven't, give it a try. Tag me if you do, too. I'd love to see what you make. Send me a friend request. Say, hey, I'd love for you to check out my stuff. I do get busy making, so sometimes I might even spend a few days, or if we're camping, might spend a few days out of touch. But I'm pretty fast to reply. Unless I'm busy crafting. Well, this is the inside of the back cover. and the outside of the back cover. I'll put a couple still photos at the end so you can hopefully get some close-up pictures of it. I'm really pleased with how this came out. I also made a smaller soft cover Cinderella journal using the same Forever Cute US. I can't remember, I think it's 60 or 70 pages. But yeah, here's the still photos so you can get some close-ups of how it looks sitting on the corner of my busy little desk. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please think about liking, subscribing, and commenting. I sure love your comments. And as always, have a great day.